4 days you must have sex with your partner. 4 days that having intimacy with your partner is optionally compulsory. Never skip having a sexual intimacy these 4 days. By God's grace, in today's video, as part of the responsibility God has given me is go into the world and raise apostolic and prophetic generation. I know that a prophet is one that will look into your very eyes and tell you the truth without fear or favor. Recently, I went somewhere. I met one of our colleagues as well as a colleague pastor. She started telling me that she had spiritual visitation from the spiritual world, and they called my name before her, telling her to go and warn me that half of the responsibility I was given to liberate people from every form of bondage all around, that I am dodging some. That the grace has been given to me to release everything. I should not dodge any responsibility. I should not be scared of anything. That I am highly protected and that Almighty God is backing me up. And this is one of the rare topics that is scarcely discussed among people, especially Christians. By God's grace, in today's video, I'm going to look at you in the face and tell you the truth. That there are recommended days that is optionally compulsory that you must have fun with your partner. Perhaps this is why your spiritual work has not been working. Because yes, you are not meant to have fun when you are doing spiritual work, but that does not rule the fact that you should defraud your partner or fail to give it to your partner whenever he or she needed it. All you need to do is pray that he don't demand it. But once he demands it, if you don't give it to him or her, and you deliberately and willfully reject it without an agreement, that spiritual work and prayers you are giving excuse that's why you are not giving it may have some issues. So if you only follow me to the end of today's video, I'll be telling you today, pump and plain, just as I've made lots of video in the past concerning this particular issue, days that you must, whether you like it or not, under compulsion, give it to your partner, and then with your saying no, because at the altar, that yes I do you said matters a lot. So it will not come to the time you will do, you will say you will not do again. It doesn't work that way. So if you only follow me to the end of today's video, I will share that amazing information. But before then, please give this video a like so that YouTube algorithm will shift it to other people that need it. As you do so, may God bless you. Welcome back to Jenny Action TV. In this particular channel, I discuss 3 important variables which actually help safety and spirituality. In this channel, we pray strategic prayers, we read the word of God in our house, we believe in balance. That is actually why we do spiritual work. So if this is the very first time you're finding yourself in this our beautiful family, you are highly welcome. Please kindly hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. For my returning subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you for always stopping by. So without wasting time, let's dive in. Before we go ahead, be notified that our crossover symbolic spiritual rituals, as well as cleansing and the manifestation of all our intention, titled Crossing Over to 2025 with Authority and the Confidence, and under the mantra, our season of supernatural turnaround, year of uncommon grace and the favor, is coming up soonest, in the sense that we already have a WhatsApp group where members that are interested are already occupying. Limited space is available. Shout me up with this number, shake the community as well as the pin comment in order to get details of it and be part of it. Terms and conditions apply, but believe me, you need to build a strong foundation upon which you will start your 2025 in order to ensure that you manifest everything, because believe me, spiritual rules the physical. So that having been said, these are the days you must have intimacy with your partner, because at a time Bible says, if thou bring your gift to the altar and there you remember that somebody has something against you, keep that gift there and go and make peace. Some of you, your partner is hurting, you are the reason why he has gone outside, the side chick has come into your home and you are crying up and down looking for recipe, but lo and behold, you have not satisfied this man in other room And that is why he has gotten somebody else to do that. Something happened. It happened that a woman was crying. She and the husband was living in northern Nigeria, Abuja precisely, and suddenly the husband has become old and decided to relocate to the east. And then when he relocated, all of a sudden, one thing led to the other. Lo and behold, the man went and hooked up with a widow. And not just that he hooked up with the widow has come to take over the home of this lawful wedded young woman without any form of fear that even when plantain and some other fruits in the compound has matured, before the woman will come down to come and cut it, the widow have cut everything, and this thing become an issue. The woman came for a kind of personal consultation, not in this channel anyway, recommended from where, and then wanted to separate the woman by force so that that widow will not take away her home. And then upon searching spiritually, what was the issue? This woman has been doing no to the husband, and that woman has been giving it take. So at the end of the day, we say, woman, see it, you are the fault. When you are doing no, you think you are the only one that have that thing. Other people have it too. So the other one is take. So the man has to go to where he's receiving take. And you know one thing, the Bible actually said that God will not say he that is guilty is not guilty. So my dear, if you are guilty, repent today. Some of us that are shouting, side chic, did this side. Now we put our husband to side chic. Let's call a spade and not a farming implement. So, number one time that you must be having fun with your husband, unless it's your husband that don't want it, or with your wife, is weekly, whether you like it or not. You have to do it weekly. Sometimes we even do it 2 to 3 times. Let me tell you secrets you don't know about your health. Are you aware that you see this thing called prostrate? Sometimes it's inability to have fun regularly that causes it. Likewise, some women that are down with cancer, one of the things that causes it is inability to have fun. Some of the things that need to be released are not released. And believe me, whether you like it or not, whether you are young or old, you see that your breast, it must be sucked. When it is being sucked, then it is very hard for you to come down with cancer. Let me tell you, so that YouTube will not hear it. Make sure your husband is sucking your bill in order for you to be healthy in your breast, and we never talk about breast cancer. So my dear, it is optional compulsory. How do I know that at least 2 to 3 times you should be having fun? Though it is not like say specify like that in the Bible, but to me, based on experience as a marriage counselor, health practitioner, and the one way or the other international health and the wellness coach, I have come to realize that it is the best. And in order to buttress it, let's see 1 Corinthians 7 verse 5. It says, 1 Corinthians 7 verse 5, defraud ye not one another, except it be with consent for a time, that you may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your inconsistency. God is saying here, Jesus is saying here, the Bible is saying that you should not defraud. In other words, when you deny your partner, you are a fraud. How can God answer this prayer of a fraudster? Don't be a fraudster by denying your partner, unless there is agreement. These 7 days I want to do cleansing to enter the new month. I want to do cleansing to end the old month. Please, let's give ourselves a chance. But if you happen to have that one that is unbelieving, that doesn't even approve spirituality, and you are saying that you should not give him, he will end up in the hand of psychic. All you need to do, if you have it, let's say you started your cleansing 2 days. On the 3rd day, the man, okay, my dear, give it. After you give it that day, do your cleansing for that. The next day, continue. Or give 1 day, continue the 4th day. Each time he came. So, if you know that you have such a husband that cannot stay, don't agree on your spirituality, and don't believe that during spiritual bath that he will not have fun. Simply, if we have 7 days spiritual cleanse, you can start on the 10th day, so that 1 or 2 days you skip in between, you make it up in the other days. God understand, the universe understand, your guardian angels understand, your ancestors knows, because these are the 4 entities you are communicating with whenever you are doing your spiritual work. So don't tell me about ancestor is bad, it's not bad. Today we are still calling God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob our first ancestors. How much more the ones that are closer to you? No wonder at a time Bible said, if you cannot love if your fellow human being you have seen, how can you ever say you love God? So my dear, Bible say honor your father and your mother that your day may be long. It didn't say honor them when they're alive or dead. So whether you like it or yours, yes, you are communicating with your ancestors, communicating with the entire universe, communicating with your guardian angel as well as Almighty God. Whenever you are doing spiritual work, they know your problem more than you do. They understand. Let not the fact that you have to perform your conjugal right, your legal responsibility at the confines of your marriage, debar you, because giving excuse that you are doing spiritual work, it is unacceptable. You might be causing problem even in the spiritual realm as well as in your home. So that is number one. Number two, during fertility window, you are the one believing God that you want to you have your own children, and on top of that, you don't really want to get intimacy with your husband. It is during the fertility window that you will now remember that you are fasting, you are doing spiritual work, spiritual bath, and part of your fasting is that God give me child. Let me tell you, God is not a magician. No. God has made a process by which a new child must enter into this world. It is only Virgin Mary that gave birth to Jesus without any form of intimacy with a carnal man. But take it or leave it, you must have intimacy with a carnal man, basically your husband, to bring forth a child. And the only way to do it is during your fertility window, depending on your cycle. Let's assuming your cycle is 28 days. You notice that immediately when you finish your period, you count something like 7 days. On the 8th day till another 7 days or 8 days, it is your fertility window. You must be having fun with your husband. If you are finding it difficult, you can actually go to doctor for more a kind of explanation, because time will fail me to start explaining that in depth here. But during your fertility window, especially if you are believing God for child, because Bible has told us that none shall be buried in the house. And again, Genesis 1:28 has made us to understand that we should go into the world, subdue, replenish, multiply. And again, if you go to Psalm 127 verse 3-5, Bible says children are heritage from the Lord. The fruit of the womb is his reward. So it is the will of God. He has already rewarded you. All you need to do, just as we do spiritual work to bring what we want into existence, is to meet with your partner the appropriate time in order to ensure that you bring forth your own seed. And when you dodge that in the altar of whatever you call it, you may be the one responsible for your infertility. Number 3 is after your menstruation, after your period, after your monthly cycle, you need to do cleansing in order to be purified again, according to Leviticus 15:19-24, as well as 18 verse 19. You will notice that when you are flowing, you are unclean. More reason why we don't do spiritual work during our menstrual cycle, except a special symbolic spiritual bath I have provided that you can actually engage in, because you can't say you will not eat because you are menstruating. You notice that most of those things were actually spices that you're using to eat too, so that you're going to use to do the bath. So now immediately after that your menstruation, because for that period that you are in your cycle, you will notice that your husband has been enduring. You notice that he has been waiting. You will not immediately finish it and cleanse. You now say, I am jumping into doing spiritual work. For that, I'm not going to meet my husband. Let me tell you one secret. Do you know that there are some spiritual work you will still do immediately after menstruation? Most of the spiritual work that involve favor, not like breaking of curses, cleansing of negativity, because that 2 days of cleansing is a spiritual work already. That 2 days cleansing is okay. Now, for instance, adding sugar to your birth water We know that is a kind of to attract favor. Adding rosemary as well as adding original honey, it doesn't really cause any harm. That is a kind of favor bath. And then you can actually mix thyme and the original honey, which apparently attracts your life partner and attracts other good things to you, and be adding it to your bed water. So that one, at that period, even after having fun, you can you use just original honey, camphor, and even a kind of thyme or rosemary, and be betting with it. You can also write your intention and burn it with rosemary, believing God to manifest it. Those are the spiritual work you can still be doing when you have finished meeting with your partner. So you have no reason why you will dodge. It's only when you are doing something like curse breaking, deeper, stronger spiritual work, anything like you are fighting marine powers, you are fighting witchcraft powers, you are a kind of cleansing, that you will not meet with your partner do during a kind of fun or immediately after fun. But once it is something about favor bath, even adding coconut water into your bath water to bed, my dear, you do it. It will always work for you. This is one secret and expo I'm giving you today. So don't ever starve that man. Don't starve that woman. Because as the year is ending, I want you to have a blissful new year, 2025, and not the type that you are having squabble with your partner because you have refused to give the man or the woman what is her right, conjugal right for that matter. Another one is special occasions. Are you aware that during your birthdays, anniversaries, wedding anniversaries, and other symbolic days that is uniting that couple together, that is very, very optionally compulsory, meaningful, as well as well encouraged to have fun on that day. That was why I shared with you during my birthday the best spiritual direction you have to do. They have to start 2 days to prepare and not that particular day, because that particular day you're supposed to have fun with your partner, because it's going to strengthen your bond and your connection. Because our marriage is supposed to be as in the days of heaven on earth, and not a kind of living like cat and dog in the home. And there are certain spices that helps to make it. One of the greatest spices that God has given to man and woman in order to spice their relationship is sexual intimacy. And the day and time it happens matters a lot, because there is an excess energy that is available in order to empower that relationship to the next level. Do you know that having fun during your anniversary, during your birthdays, and some symbolic days between the couples, one word that brings strong emotional connection? It will be hard for that man to cheat on you or that woman. Again, it strengthens your relationship, because believe me, your relationship is supposed to be sweeter than honey as well as sweeter than sugar. And again, it have a physical and emotional health benefit. Whether you like it or not, there is a lot of physical and emotional health benefits associated with having fun. If you want me to make video on that, comment down below. Another one is that it brings spiritual growth and unity. You will notice that there are certain errors or things that have happened in that relationship that seems to be unforgivable. The grace that will come upon that couple will cause them to release that negative energy, release that burden, and forgive one another. And above all, if they are believing God for child, the grace to bring it, God will decide to use it as anniversary or birthday gift to surprise that particular partner. And just to give you additional tips as a marriage counselor by God's grace, always communicate openly. There's nothing to hide. The Bible says that for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave unto the wife, and both of them are naked and they are not ashamed. Do you know what it means to be naked? You can tell anything to your partner and discuss your sexual life where you're finding uncomfortable. Maybe this is the reason why you have been dodging. You should be open. So one of the tips you needed is that always communicate openly with your partner about your desires and need, how you need it when it comes to intimacy and other part of your life. Because most of the times I used to tell people when they come for counseling, and as couple, that you cannot make a kind of a woman very angry, very unhappy during the day, and then the night you want the woman to give it to you. It's not possible. So you have to discuss with your partner why you are not giving it to him, why you are not doing as I do. Yes, I do, you said, and then you are trying to withhold. We have to say it openly so that two of you will agree, and that thing will be solved. Again, prioritize your emotional connection. Emotional connection helps you to be more healthy. Some of these arthritis, waist pain, leg pain, hand pain, neck pain can be resolved just by sexual intimacy. The man can start with doing acupuncture in your body, and the woman will do also, and from that acupuncture and then play and all that things that happen, you will notice that all the nerves and all the arteries and veins that are not well strengthened will be strengthened, and like I've told you before, to a great extent enhances your physical health, that it is difficult for a man and a woman that is having regular a kind of intimacy 2 to 3 days every week to come down with either breast cancer or prostate issues. Again, schedule regular dates for intimacy. If possible, mark it that this is a particular days you are having intimacy with your partner, because it can actually help you to plan your spiritual work and spiritual life, not when you are cleansing today, or you are breaking curses today, or you are casting out one evil spirit or today through spiritual work, and suddenly your partner comes up. But if you know that this is a particular day you are not available and there is agreement, because two cannot work except they agree, those days that you're supposed to be doing your spiritual activities, because it's very, very important. Spiritual rules the physical. He will never disturb you by God's grace. But it's because that two of you have no agreement. That is why at one point in time, you will just jump in, or she will just jump in and scatter your prayers and spiritual work, and you may be tempted to calling him a devil or her a devil. Why he's not? He's only demanding for his right and performing his legal and conjugal obligation. Again, cultivate intimacy beyond physical relation. Let it not just be that everything about your relationship ends in the bed. No, have a kind of a connection with your partner, that connection will help to prevent, whether there is intimacy or not, he will always be feeling you and you are feeling him, and so on and so forth. Remember that every marriage is unique. Focus on your marital love, respect, and spiritual growth. Remember that every marriage is unique. It's not how the other person's marriage that your own should be. Discover uniqueness in your marriage and maintain it. Focus on mutual love, respect, and spiritual growth, and you will always see God in action, manifesting his mercy in your marriage. So what are you waiting for? Go and enjoy your marriage. You are meant to enjoy, not to endure your marriage. And may God remove every issues, every obstacles, every hindrance, every side chick, and every trouble that is troubling your marriage, and give you blissful marriage, a marriage that is as in the days of heaven on earth, and make you and your partner to forgive yourself of all your errors and focus on building a strong relationship that is marred with respect, love, and mutual companionship. So if you have not subscribed to be part of this family, what are you waiting for? Kindly smash that red subscribe button and the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. Comment on this video, share it widely to everyone. My shall be helping a lot of people. As you do so, may God bless you. So with this, I say enjoy your day. Bye bye.